And how many people from amongst the Muslim youth, okay, how many families are losing their children to kufr? When I was in North Carolina, at least once a month, a child left Islam, a teenager. And sometimes not for just blatant non-religiousness, but they chose Buddhism or they chose Christianity, showing they still have an intent to try to something spiritual, but Islam didn't fulfill that for them. Why? Is Islam deficient? No, our practices. You know, the parents, they want to say, oh, I want my child to be Muslim. Child can't be Muslim if you ain't. I mean, I'm not putting you out of but those parents out of Islam. But if your practice is just plastic, you're just going through the motion, then your child is just going through the motion. Okay? And there's a problem, there's a program in every mosque and Islamic center for the children, but no program for the fathers. You know, where the fathers, the men come together and they're actually learning and they're being challenged, meaning questioned and having to fill out tests and show that they're involved in it. No.
Yeah. You know, Sheikh, it's funny you say that. You know, I experienced that also similarly. Like people will come bring their children to me after like a lecture or a talk or a halaqah, and they'll bring up and say, oh, you know, can you explain to my child this? Or, you know, I'm having a problem with this. And usually the first thing I say, the very, very first thing you have to do is you have to start with yourself. Because if I tell him something and there's no consistency in the home, and, you know, you can't like, you know, set that tone for him to carry that with him, right? Then it's just literally going to evaporate. I'll give him a dosage right now, but it's just going to evaporate as soon as he gets home. And as soon as I say, hey, you got to start with yourself first, and you got to, like, you know, because everyone's like, oh, this speaker is good for the youth, or this sheikh is good for the youth. What about you? You know what I mean? He needs to be good for you too. You know what I mean? So anytime I tell them, like, you got to start with yourself, then their demeanor changes. It becomes kind of like, okay, yeah, no, thank you. Just walk away. But anytime you kind of challenge, hey, we got to start with ourselves.
And it's the thing, they tell you, I'm working. I'm too busy at work. That's what they say. I'm busy working.
Yeah.
Providing for what? For your own destruction?